I'd like to welcome to the stage to talk about the community cast trend in esports, how esports broadcasts of independent influencers are beating official streams of tournaments. Our next speaker, Dmitry Serebrennikov. Come to the stage, please. How nice to see you.
Hi everyone, and thanks for coming. I'm wearing the same suit as this guy and the same haircut for you to easily recognize me. So this is how we start. First of all, thank you all for coming. That's a great pleasure for me. And you know, this is the first conference I'm speaking, and it's coming to MENA. So thank you once again. So today I'm going to talk about the community casts. And before I start, I want to make a huge shout out for our partners from Esports Charts who provided all the statistics mentioned in this presentation. They did a really great job. So who is this guy and this guy on the stage? So it's already my 6th year in esports and gaming. I had a hobby. Back in the days, I worked as an official host of esports broadcasts for 3 years. Right now, I'm having 3 businesses in gaming in esports. First is Broadcast Studio, which is located here in Dubai. We are going to provide great services for any tournament organizers who are going to create a good broadcast for their esports show. The next business is event team, who can manage any type of event, even the big esports venue. And last but not least, the marketing agency, which help brands to communicate with gaming audience. So, about the topic. My team was the first to broadcast community casts on a regular basis in Eastern Europe. What we did? We hosted different formats of community casts in Russia and Kazakhstan. We had a lot of experience, and I'll share some experience today. So, how we started back there in Eastern Europe. We started with a project called Server Hub on TI-10. That was a major Dota tournament, as you know. Then we passed to ESL Stockholm in 2022, and then PGL Arlington Major, and then to Server Hub TI-11. So why this topic might be interesting for you? Let me show you some statistics we have, which we have gathered with Esports Charts. So let's start with a short guessing game. That was Dota 2 Arlington Major. You see there are 3 columns which shows hours watched for 3 different broadcasts. You might guess which one is the official one. Any guesses from the audience? First, the biggest one. Well, not true. The official broadcast is just second. The first was made by a streamer called Nix. He was top 1 at that tournament. A friend of mine and a big Dota 2 streamer from Russia as well. And as was top 2. He was quite close to the official broadcast numbers, as you can see. The thing that I should mention here is that Ines was streaming with a 15-minute delay and was only 6% and 4% behind on hours watched and average viewers respectively. And Nix outperformed the official broadcast by 67% on hours watched and by 82% on peak viewers. That's how it's huge. Let's move forward. It's not about only Dota, and I'll show you more. Here's the guy I watch when I watch a Valorant tournament. It's Tarek, and here's some data about the recent tournament in Valorant. So you see official broadcast gathered 9 million hours watched, and Tarek is quite close with almost 8 million hours watched. You see, Tarek seems to double the average viewers of the tournament himself. And one big thing to mention here, Tarek did not stream all the matches at the tournament, and his average online did not differ significantly from the official broadcast. Therefore, it it appears to me that he almost doubled the views. It's not only about the Valorant, you know. We have Barish here, who made it like this. The official broadcast is 350,000 hours watched, and he did 1 million. So, as you can see, he beat the official broadcast of the PUBG Mobile Global Championship by almost 3 times. That's how it is huge. So, what is community cast? Let me explain it. We work a lot with influencers, and we know that the best influence content comes with streamer does what he wants. That's why a community cast of an esport tournament is a streamer watches the tournament by the way he wants to watch it. It's about streamer being a streamer, not a TV host. So let me show you the example of how it looks. That is unofficial community cast. You can call it watch party. Streamers are doing everything they want. You see a cosplay here, stylish videos, quite a different approach to the way it looks in what's called it standard, but classic esport coverage. So that's how it looks in a classic way. You have the studio, you have the panelists, you have your commentators who are working, who are trying to do it neat, who are trying to be as good as TV hosts are. But that's not that the audience need. So if we try to compare how it's working for the audience, you might see the beneficiary of the community casts. Streamers might be informal. They can interact with the chat, and they can create an immense fun for their viewers in the way they would like to do it. And who loves community casts? Who should work with this format? The first are the publishers. Partnering with community casts allows game publishers to achieve higher reach and increase the game's relevance to their audience. And if community casts are allowed in tournaments, it's an opportunity for a content creator to be in this. And influencer will definitely win with the official casts, as you can see by the numbers were previously shown. What else? Audience. Audience have the opportunity to have a variety of streamers to watch the tournament and to be entertained in the way they would like to be. And brands. Brands do really love the outcome of these events because influencers are much more effective promotional tool than the official studios are. So what experience do we have? Let me tell you more about this. That was year 2019, and we had International 2019. So back to those times, 98% of the official broadcasts were covered by the official studio. But then, next year, not the next, but the pandemic year has passed, and the 2021 International was covered by community casters. As you can see, NS and Nix took their part. It's 22% of all views, of all hours watched of this International. How it started and how's it going? Next major Dota 2 tournament. As you can see, Nix and NS are having 48% of views here. Next major. It's 72% already. Lima Major 2023, the recent Dota 2 tournament, they had 80% in Russian language. That's how it's grown. Yeah, I'm talking only about Dota. Let's add some other games. As you can see, the Call of Duty have the same statistics. I mean, their influences are big and quite big too. As you can see, Scamp had his 42% of the Call of Duty League 2023 Stage 3 Major. So other community casters who were in it took their 11%, and there were 50 and there were like 51 community caster, and Scamp did 42%, but just by himself. Not only Call of Duty. Moving next. Valorant, again and again, Mr. Tarek. He taken 70% hours watched at the recent tournament Lock-in São Paulo. As you can see, there are 40% hours watched done by other community casters, but there were 182 streamers who did this big number. As you can see, community cast just double the numbers of the official broadcast. Thing to mention here is Tarek was traveling to São Paulo, not streaming all the games, and at the same time he did those good numbers. Moving next, community casts in Arabic. Yeah, you can see PUBG Mobile Pro League Arabia Spring 2023. 26% hours watched are made by 23 community cast streamers in Arabic. And good thing to mention here is that the previous event, PUBG Mobile Pro League Arabia Fall 2022, where 36 community casters were working on their content, generated 40% of views. So why this happen? Why does community love these streams? It is as simple as it is. It's just streaming being a streamer. He's sincere. He can interact with his audience. He uses easy tone of voice, and you're watching this contact with the person you love, with your friend. So that's why it looks more sincere for you. Oftentimes, community caster is a former professional player. That's why you do really believe in his expertise in the game. So that's why the numbers are growing. That's why community casts become huge. So what can we learn from this? Viewers like simplicity and sense of closeness to the influencer. It helps give the viewer a feeling of involvement with the top content. Influencers' value is bigger than the studio's value, and official broadcasts are losing to influence in terms of quality of streaming content. That's what we see based on our experience. Let me show you something. So, that is our experience working with the streamer NS, who has big numbers previously shown on slides before. So we started with his personal classic stream with the cam. It was quite good, but we wanted to develop it in something bigger. So we created informal studio, some kind of watch party where NS gathered his friends, ex-panelists from the studios and streamers who were casting the game in quite an informal way. And it's shown much bigger numbers. Then we created a special project involving variety streamers who gathered in one house, who created variety content, and by the time the tournament starts, they were casting Dota. So that gave us even more numbers. And then we made a mistake. We tried to create a community casts in a way that big production studios do. And our audience didn't like that. They were looking for easy and sincere content instead of this. So here's a checklist how to make a great community cast. It's as easy as it is. You should invite valuable streamers with authority in the community. You should make the community cast for the community. You shall make unique, unusual, or interactive content, and you might start earlier than the official broadcast does, so you can get a lot of viewers before they will try to compete you. And the main thing we brought out of our experience is don't make it look too professional. Audience won't love this. So we have an upcoming Dota 2 event. It's Bali Major in Ayana Estate soon in July, and we are going to have one more experiment there. We're bringing NS with his fellows to the hotel where the tournament will take place, and we will cast his community cast from there. And moreover, we will have one more community caster in Russian who will make his new show from the studio in Moscow. So we are doubling our community casts with this tournament. I truly recommend you to work with this format. So if you guys have any question, be free to ask them. It's me. It's my contact QR code. It was a pleasure to present the information I've brought here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dmitry. Thank you. Great. I think one of the themes of this afternoon is how it's important to be authentic there, and I love that your final tip to everyone is don't be too professional, because it's about that connection, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about streaming. Don't be too professional. It's DIY, after all.